Adolf Hitler was born in Braunau am in Austria on the 20th of April 1889. We all know him as the fierce leader who led Nazi Germany to initiate World War II. His father, Adolf Hitler, an Austrian civil servant, was rather a strict man who wanted Hitler to be more disciplined, while his mother, Clara Hitler, always coddled Hitler. At a very young age of 11, Hitler lost his brother Edmund to measles. This made him extremely depressed. Following this, when Hitler was 16, his father passed away. Adolf wanted to become an artist and never wanted to enroll in any sort of education or job. When Hitler was 18, his mother passed away from breast cancer. This was a turning point in Hitler's life. He had already lost many of the people closest to him. The following year, Hitler spent all of his family's savings and was now broke. He managed to sell a few paintings to fulfill his needs. Hitler moved to Munich Germany in 1913, where he joined the army and later became a corporal. After the First World War ended, Germany took responsibility and signed the Treaty of Versailles. In 1919, the German army appointed Hitler as an educator and confidential informant, which is basically a person who spies on the public. He attended the National Socialist German Workers' Party or the Nazi Party meeting, and he realized that he agreed with much of what they were saying. He then decided to join this party. Both Hitler and his party wanted to work towards a future free of Jews and thought that this would bring Germany back to its original state of greatness. As time went by, he worked up the ranks and started a protest against the government, and he served a sentence of 9 months for doing so. Hitler later ran for president but lost, receiving 36.8% of the votes. This made the president appoint him as chancellor in 1933 so that the people would be united. But instead, this was a big mistake. Hitler in 1934 started a mass murder of many political leaders and influencers, which resulted in being called the Night of the Long Knives. Following this, on August 2, 1934, the German president Paul von Hindenburg dies, and from here, no one can stop Hitler. Many Germans were on Hitler's side since the government had failed to do its job and made it very difficult to earn money due to the amount of inflation they were causing. In addition to this, Hitler banned other political parties, religions, and ethnicities. There could be no one except for the Nazis. Germany's economy was still at a loss under Hitler's rule, but Hitler's big plan was to restore the German economy by taking over other countries and nations and stealing their wealth. He destroyed the homes of countless Jews, stole their valuables, and took their lives. This was the beginning of the Holocaust. According to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, the Holocaust was the systematic, bureaucratic, state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jewish men, women, and children by the Nazi regime and its collaborators. In addition, 11 million members of other groups were murdered during the era of the Holocaust. The war began on September 1939 when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. Hitler was a madman with a plan, taking over as many countries as he can with mass genocides. Fast forward a few years and he ended up taking over half of Europe. World War II ended in an effort by Hitler trying to invade the Soviet Union using Operation Barbarossa. And of course, his plan failed because he underestimated his enemy. He also did not supply his soldiers with winter uniforms and supplies, which made it very difficult for the soldiers to make a move in Moscow. Hitler showed no type of liberation and went straight into mass genocide with the Soviet Union, which was also one of the reasons for his downfall. Soviet soldiers had discovered Hitler's location and approached his bunker. Before they had reached him, Hitler had decided to get married to Eva Braun, and they both committed suicide. Hitler had died by swallowing a cyanide capsule and shooting himself in the head. And with Hitler's instructions, the bunker had been burnt down. This is the end of Hitler's dream, where he attempted to position himself within the larger context of the German and European history. This is known as the 1,000-Year Reich, which would serve as the natural conclusion of a process that he traced back to the coronation of Charles Magna in 800. This was also known as his Third Reich.